Hi, everybody. Hey, I want to start out with a joke or something kind of funny. Have you noticed that when you see people on the news recently, they usually have books behind them as they're being interviewed by whoever? And part of the reason is I think with the books behind them, they're supposed to look really smart. Now, I'll tell you, all these books behind me, I haven't read hardly any of them. I'm not that smart. But today I wanted to talk about with you guys, what is it that brings you joy? Okay. And obviously it's your relationship with Jesus and maybe there's hobbies that you enjoy. But I'll bet for a lot of you, one of the things that brings you great joy is giving gifts to your kids or to your wife or husband or to other people. We love to give gifts because we know that that's going to put a smile on their face. Hopefully, especially if it's something that surprises them that they weren't expecting and something maybe they wanted and you thought of that and never said anything and all of a sudden you popped it on them and gave it to them and it gave you great joy, almost more joy to give that to them than they having joy receiving it. Well, I'm thinking of this passage in the scriptures that says it is more blessed to give than to receive. Have you ever thought about the great joy that God had in saving us through his son? Hebrews chapter 12 talks about that. It says, therefore, being surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and every sin that so easily entangles us and run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith, who, listen to this, who for the joy set before him endured the cross, scorning its shame, and is seated at the right hand of God. Why did Jesus have such joy in going to the cross? I mean, the crucifixion was not a joy-filled experience. The rejection of man was not a joy-filled experience. Experiencing the wrath of God on the cross was not a joy-filled experience. It's because Jesus had joy because of what he would do in accomplishing what he would accomplish for us. The result of him going to the cross is to save us. And the fact that Jesus went to the cross to save us brought him great joy. We're in a world where there's not a lot of joy today, right? Because what's happening with the pandemic and what's happening with the election stuff and all this kind of stuff, it robs us of joy. So let your joy be satisfied and enlightened by thinking about the great joy that God had and God has to this day in saving you. Have a great day in Jesus.